Hey everybody, Eric here with Bayless Homestead. We went shopping. Yes, we did. So we have the Performax 27-inch 5-drawer tool cabinet. This was a combo option. It has an 800-pound capacity, auto return drawer slides, drawer liners included, 100-pound drawer load weight capacity, internal keyed locking mechanism. The top is a 4-drawer black chest. It is pretty much the same thing. Let me get to the front of it here. It has a 400-pound capacity. It is a 26-inch 4-drawer tool chest. Same options as the bottom. The dimensions of the top are 26 inches wide, 16 inches deep, and 20 3/4 inches high. As for the bottom, we are looking at, I don't see it on that side. We are looking at, well, you may not be able to see it either. I got a glare on my phone. Anyway, it's 26 5/8 wide by 18 inches deep by 37 1/4 inches high. Now, I have already took the privilege of unboxing. I'm overly excited. Comes with a handle for the side here. They look like pretty durable screws there. This, I'm assuming, is going to be our casters. We got some tools and bolts there. There's the keys. This one I have not gotten the keys and stuff out of yet. We've got a good set of mats here. These seem like pretty good mats. They're not that thick. I would say they're what you would standard, put in the bottom of a drawer. I know there's some more heavy-duty stuff that you can get to use in your drawers, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The drawers. So I opened that one a little bit hard, but that one catches on the. But that's a big drawer. That's big enough I could put my big 7-inch grinder and stuff in that. Not saying that's what's going in that drawer, but the fact that I can still lock my tools up and have them a little more organized is the goal. I did a lot of shopping around, and by saying that, I pretty much went to 2 different places. This one's got the top that opens. It's just a flat working surface. And it's got your smaller drawers in it. There's the keys and the mats. For this one, handles are already installed. And it's got nice actuators on this lid, so it will open nice and slow, nice and easy. It goes down nice and easy. There is little to no effort with that whatsoever. I went to Harbor Freight and I checked their options. I like their small cabinet. Wasn't much different than what this one is. Different color, but pretty much the same layout. I was going to go to Lowe's and Home Depot, but Home Depot is a pretty good distance away from me, and I did not have time yesterday to do that because we spent all day yesterday on the road. So what happened? Well, I got a new tire put on the car starting yesterday morning. It took 2 hours for one tire carry in. I wasn't taking it off the car, putting it on the car, but 2 hours to get a tire put on the car. After that, Me and Autumn had a breakfast date. That was awesome. We had a good time. Had a real good time. It's not something I get to do with the kids very often, and that was nice. So after that, we met up with Mama. We swapped vehicles. I gave her car after I filled it up. I filled it up before we went and got the tire put on. But swap vehicles. We come back home real quick, and I unloaded the trailer. Now, I don't know if you might have seen a little sneak peek up here behind me a few minutes ago, but I'll show you just what it was. I had to unload off the trailer because I needed the trailer again yesterday. So we got something we've been needing for a while, and I'm telling you, I wish I would have recorded it. I had the first big step through, major breakthrough with Dakota here. That was awesome, just absolutely awesome. And we're going to continue to work on that. That was awesome. But anyway, without further ado, what did we get? We got us a round pin, guys. We got us a round pin. It is not a heavy duty one. I could not afford that. That would have been almost $5,000. These came from my local Tractor Supply. These specific panels were $149.99 a piece. Worth about $1,500 here. A little bit over $1,500, and then you got to add taxes to that. But we got way more than that, guys. So this is awesome. It's huge. I went with a bigger gate. I got the 6-footer because I also want to be able to use this to load and unload with. So that gives me a big enough space to back my trailer up to. Can use that gate and make an alley. All that good jazz. So awesome, excited about that. Another thing we got, I know you seen it a minute ago. We got, oh, does it tell us on here? It is the Red Brand Field Fence. It was 300 and some odd feet of the field fence. That is what we are going to make the dog pens with, and I am so excited to get them out of my house because we have a couple that just do not want to learn to go outside, and it drives me insane. I cannot stand keeping an animal on a chain. I cannot stand keeping them in a cage. Unless it's more meant to be, like a rabbit or a bird, or, you know, things that should be in cages. Okay, dogs should be able to run, roam. Not saying rabbits and things like that shouldn't. They should get exercise as well, but let's stay on point here. I don't like having to keep a dog on a chain or in a cage. And honestly, I don't like crate training. I am against pad training because you are literally training your animal to mess in the house. Literally. You're training them to do it. And unfortunately, we got adopted 2 dogs that were done just that. I get it. For some people, it works. But I hate it. So, without further ado, we're going to lock the chicken killer up in a fence, big fenced area, and we are going to keep one of our other dogs in there as well, because she does drive me crazy barking at the horses and stuff all the time. Can't do anything with them without her just right there raring at them. Otherwise, she leaves them alone. You put her on her chain, oh my lands. Put her in a cage. Whew. It's absolutely ridiculous. When she's let alone, she's fine. So, what am I going to do with that? Well, the old emu shelter up to this tree is going to become the dog pen. And any time that I need to work these beautiful guys, and I don't need them out here rearing at the fence line, I'm going to either put them in a crate or put them in the house. I'm going to get them away from here so they're not stressing these guys out, so we have a good experience every time we're in here. Until I can find another place to set this up at, this is where it's got to be. My front yard is a hill, so there's no level spot to set up one of these. This is the clearest spot I have right now. If I could clear that big pile right there, over there, way over there, see it? Then this could sit up there. If I could get that brush cleared and get the stumps pulled out, it could go over there. I have other options, I do. Right now, right here is the only option for it. Right here is a good option for the dogs because I already have T-posts in place. I already have the posts in place for a gate. And I just picked up this gorgeous gate. It's upside down. Yes, I didn't put it here. But I picked up this beautiful thing yesterday as well. And we have some other things that we got as well. So hang tight for just a second, and I will get to where those things are, and we will show you. So split second on your end. Hang tight. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm approaching the barn. Look what's new. Do you see it? That's right, a beautiful 12-foot actual gate. It's not a cattle kennel. It's not the other cattle kennel. It's only an 8-foot span right here. But I went ahead and got a 12-footer because a 10-footer would have cost more. Because I didn't have any in this brand. So we went with a 12-footer. And this is keeping the horses from getting the emu feed. So anytime I got to open this up, I got to move their feed. I open this up when the weather calls for them to need to be in here. It is nice and cool. It is not storming. It is not snowing. It is not nothing. So they don't need to be in there. Their food and water is out there. So speaking of emu, they're doing wonderfully. They are both currently in their shelter. I can't get the other one. It's over here. But there's Miss Piggy. Miss Charlotte. The kids get aggravated when I call them Mr. and Mrs. Piggy. And we'll walk over here. There's the other emu leaving the shelter right now. Man, they are beautiful, aren't they? They're just magnificent creatures. I mean, I never seen a day coming that I would own emu. Never in the plan. Never in the plan. I had started seeing emu, started hearing about them, started looking into them, and now that I have them, I absolutely love them. Absolutely, they're magnificent. They're just they're a creature you have to get, you have to watch, you have to get to know them, and I love it. And these guys are not your typical domesticated like Coghill and Sheriff Nugget. These are more like Goldie, the Don't Touch Me edition. So every now and then we're able to get close to them. They do trust us, very much so. Anytime we have one escape and I can get home and deal with it, they will come right up to me. Now, catching them is a different story. I've went into that. Just not gonna happen. It was a little bit on the rough side getting them brought over here. I would have shown you how I handle the emu. But I had to have all hands on. Things were not good that day. It was a very chaotic and what's the word I'm looking for? Hostile environment, to say the least. So it was me and my wife against the emu, and we got in there, we got it done, and I brought you all in after we got them moved, and we're getting ready to set up the pen, so you didn't miss much. Now, the other addition that I got yesterday, well, there she is, guys. There she is. So, no, this is not the best gate for big livestock, cattle, things like that, obviously. My horses do not test the fence. They don't test the gates. They have not messed with these gates at all. Haven't messed with them. So, I don't expect a difference on this one. If it happens to be an issue, we'll take it down. Not a big deal. But I wanted this gate because in the future, we want to get a different fence put up. So this mesh, I know there's positive and negative reviews on it, but there's a lot of animals here on my homestead that cannot get through that. So we got a new gate to go across the driveway, and I got to work on getting that put up as well. So we will have some changes coming to our homestead, and I got some other things too, so let me get up there and I'll show you what they are. I forgot to show you guys the bunnies. I don't think she has a name yet. Isn't she beautiful? She is just absolutely beautiful. I don't think the camera's doing much justice, but she is beautiful. My wife picked her up from another homestead around here, and we still have this guy, my beautiful baby. My beautiful baby. He's an awesome rabbit. I think he's one of the best ones I've ever had, really. Miss Santana, keeps getting in here and trying to steal their food. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys the rabbits. So just around the corner over here is the other stuff that I want to show you, because it's probably going to end up being future content, and I'm almost positive it's going to be future content. So hey, I told you things were going to change, and today I'm working on the well house. As I mentioned, was going to be the next project. I need to get that new toolbox in there. So anyway, does anybody know what this big rod is for? Anybody? Well, in case you don't know, that is a ground rod for electricity. So don't judge me on the pile, okay? I'm getting there, okay? There's other priorities. Just don't look, okay? All right. Now you can look. You see that rod right there? If my phone will focus, that rod right there with the wire, the little bitty wire coming off of it. That is our current ground rod. It is not. Oh, these birds. They're pooping all over my clean patio. Ma'am, get out of there. You do not belong in my feed room. Who else is in there? Who else is in here that does not belong in here? Surprisingly enough, nobody. Wow. Maybe I got the chickens to focus on something else. you hadn't noticed, no, I'm not freaking out that I just stepped in chicken poop. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. The ground rod I have in the ground right now is not proper. It's one we used for the camper, and it's all I had on hand. It works. It is not proper. Okay? There's a difference. I want things to be as proper as possible. And I bought a new ground rod. And I'm going to have a blast getting on a ladder to try to drive it in the ground. But that's what we got. Also, what we got going on is I can't get in the house because somebody put the gate over here where it shouldn't be. So give me just a moment. Alright, so to go along with that, sorry, it's upside down. Let me get y'all the right way. There we go. We got a new breaker box. Why? Well, because a half of our brand new breaker box doesn't work. Ugh. So frustrating. I can't put electrical in the house if I can't get electrical in the house. Does that make sense? Brand new. We had to put that in because the power surge that killed everything else killed our old breaker box. Blew the main breaker out. And that was no fault of the ground rod. That was just an insane fiasco. But anyway, we bought a new breaker box, and half of it doesn't work. So I bought another one. We're going to try it. Hopefully it works. So, to go on further, I picked up a little bit of blue picks because I have some out there in the garage already that we've already used under the house. Picked up some red so I can just do the red and blue, hot and cold. Let's see here. What else do we get? Oh, 1,000 feet of electric wire. Yes. And to go along with that, you know what else we got? We got boxes for days. Boxes for days. Okay, that's not it. We got outlets. We got three-way switches. I already have a full box of regular switches outside. We got a brand new 15-foot ground wire. And the connector to go on it. And since we have an air conditioner out there that does not have a plug on it anymore, well, I'm just going to have to go in here with you. I guess there we go. We got a new plug for that. And we got plumbing for days. All kinds of fittings in there. All kinds. Just plumb full. Plumb full. Got staples to hold the wiring up. And what is over here? Oh, yes. I almost forgot. Another important thing. We got breakers for days. Alright. And last but not least, I got 100-foot fish tape so I can run the 1,200 and some feet of electric wire that we now have at our house. That's right, I have about 200 foot sitting elsewhere. So, the other thing my wife got, and it's already been used, so yes, it's dirty. It's dirty, but we got a new vacuum cleaner, and yes, I'm going to show it. Look at that dirt and grime. That is all stuff our old vacuum would not pick up. That is disgusting. And that's another reason I don't like carpet. So, Anyway, guys, changes are coming, and they're going to be fantastic. It's going to be great, and I cannot wait to get started. Today, since it's nice outside, I'm going to do outside work. I am not working on the water lines because it's been cold. I don't want to get under there. I don't want to get into the water and all that until I know it's going to be warm, and I don't have to worry about breaking anything open. I don't have to shut off. The last time we shut the water off when it was cold, our outside frost-free hydrant froze up. So there's reasons why I'm not getting into all that right now. It is going to be as soon as the weather is nice, stays nice, and I've got plenty of time to get under there and get everything done, because I can guarantee it's probably going to take me more than a day, unfortunately, to get under there and get everything done, because I'm not just doing the bathroom. We are hooking up our kitchen sink. It's going to be fantastic. And we have not had a kitchen sink since we moved into this house. Functional. It's in there. We have one. Just can't use it. So we had planned on renovating the kitchen, and we were going to do all that. But I'm going to do it now. If I had to move water lines and stuff later, then so be it. But we can't wait forever for renovations. So that being said, guys, there's huge changes going on. There's a lot of stuff going to be happening, and we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to pay this place off like I thought. I'm not going to get into the details on that. That's just going to be part of our private life that we're dealing with. But anyway, we're getting stuff done here, and that's what matters. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get equipment and stuff like that, because we're getting down to the nitty gritty on what we can spend. But I've already spent more than I wanted to. But it's got to be done. This stuff's not cheap, and I went as cheap as I can, and I got to hope that it works. So like I said, it's not what I wanted to do. If I could have put that $5,000 pin in the backyard, I would have done it. Believe me. I would have done it, because it'd have been heavy duty. I wouldn't have had to worry about bending, breaking, busting, none of that, none of it. It'd have been a heavy duty and more fit for abuse. Not saying they won't bend, not saying they won't break, because everything does. But I'm not running cattle. I'm not, These guys don't test the fence. They've been in a fence. Dakota has been in a corral since he was captured. So as far as I'm aware, him running around here is the first time he's not been in a corral or a pen. So we're trying to do good by him. Guys, I'm telling you, I went in there a little bit ago. I was frustrated. I did not want to start on this well house. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do something I can enjoy. So I grabbed my whip. I bought a brand new whip. It's a long one, because that's a big pin. It's a 30 footer. It's actually over 30 foot once you add the gate in. But that took 10 12-foot panels, in case anybody is wondering how many panels it takes to do a 30-foot round pin. It takes 10. But you got to add in your gate too. So I went with the 6-foot gate instead of the 4-foot. So anyway, we went in there, and I was able to get him moving pretty easy, pretty simple. I know he has had that done, but that's about as far as it went. But guys, I was able to actually touch him. For the first time, I was able to actually walk up and touch him. It was, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. No, he doesn't trust me to just go in there and touch him. That's not at all it. Um, but I was able to actually lay my hand on his forehead and pet his forehead. It was awesome. Um, it's those awesome first steps, and I left it at that. We did that a couple times, and I left him alone to think about it. And we're gonna keep making small steps like that. Um, because my farrier has to drive 3.5 hours to get here, and I've got to make it worth his while. I can't just have him come up here for one horse. One, it costs more, and it's an inconvenience. Um, Now he does our horses when he comes up. He has someone else just down the road a ways that he does theirs. I want to say it's within like a 30-minute drive. But it's got to be worth his time too. You know, it's not just about me and keeping my horses healthy, and you know, it's got to be worth his while. And you know, I wanted to get a farrier that was a little bit closer, and you know, it wouldn't be such an inconvenience for him to come out and just have to do one horse if that's all they could do that day. But there's none available. There's no one around here. I can go get basic stuff done to him, but like that thoroughbred I had, I needed work done to his feet. He needed work done. He was not comfortable on his feet. He had sensitive feet, and I wanted to actually put shoes on him, but we went through a program with him to recondition his feet, and he was getting better. I didn't ride him. I rode him once, but I was not going to ride him because I wanted him comfortable on his feet before we did that. And unfortunately, he is now buried in the backyard. But I'm glad I was able to make him comfortable nonetheless. And I was able to make him happy. And for me, that's what this is about, guys. Just, they deserve to live, you know. Live their best. And I know there's a lot of people that's against all this adopting these guys out and all that, but you know what? They're starving to death out there. You know, we've had drought after drought after drought after drought. What are they eating out there? Dust? I mean, their water sources are literally drying up. So, I mean, there's no way that's a lie, because the rivers and creeks around here are dry. They're hardly any water in them anymore. I mean, lake levels are hard to keep up anymore. So, you know, them being here, I can water them, I can feed them, and take care of health things that sometimes they need out there in the wild that they're not able to get. There's no horse doctor out there in the wild horse area, so I'm sure they watch them, I'm sure they monitor them, I'm sure they try to capture them if they can, and take care of the health problems and all that, I'm sure. Some of them probably get put down, and that's just a way of life. But, you know, if I can adopt some and save them and enjoy the time with them, I'm going to do it, because they are worth it. They're definitely worth it. It has been a struggle. I have wanted to give up, yes, many times. But there's just something about them, guys. And I really miss Chief. I really miss Dylan, because with my anxiety and my OCD, being bipolar, I kind of needed them. They were like a support animal. And the camera's dirty. I do not. Outside in the dust. The camera's dirty? Anyway. I was able to come out and just spend time with them. Just spend time, you know. And I'm not saying that I can't come out and pet on Santana, but she's not a pet me kind of horse. She'll take a little bit of love, and that's it. Um, isn't that adorable, guys? They're just chilling. There's no fighting. There's no nothing. They're standing there, dozing off. Um, these guys are a lot of work. They're a lot of work. They are. There's a lot goes into them. Whether you get them and do it yourself or you have somebody else do it, there's a lot of work that goes into these guys. And I'm going to do as much of it as I can myself. And we're probably going to have some of it paid out, but that's okay. Because I'd rather have someone that more knows what they're doing, has done it before, to do it, than me to do it and mess something up. And even worse, messing myself up in the process. So let them guys do it. They know what they're doing, and I'm okay with that. But I want to get these guys where I can do their feet, where I can touch them. Oh, excuse me. Where I can brush them. We can love on them, and I don't have to chase them in circles, so I can catch them. Santana, we usually don't have to worry about. She's fairly easy to catch, but it's absolutely worth it. It's worth it. So we're making big changes, guys. I appreciate you watching. I am going to tackle this well house. I'm probably not going to record any of it. It's just I'm going to be taking stuff out, reorganizing. You've seen it. It's a mess in there. It's a mess. If you want to see the mess, go back to a previous video because it's in there. Believe me, it's there. You can see it. It may be a glimpse of it here and there. It may be a full out. You can see it. But it's there. Okay? I'm not going to show you the mess. I'm going to clean up the mess. And maybe I'll show you after I get it done. Because we have tackled the house. We have spent days in the house getting things the way that they should be. And I'm really hoping it can stay that way this time. But we're not going to get into a rant, and I'm sure you'll thank me for that. But guys, I'm real. I don't care. It's there's too much. I'm afraid to hurt somebody's feelings in this world, and I don't have to put up with stuff any more than anybody else does. So there's things I have to do just because of the ignorant people that make lawmakers write on paper, and that is what it is. I deal with it, but I'm entitled to my opinion, okay? And living here and living the way that we have, there's some personal things. I have standards, morals, all that, blah blah blah. And I have people that don't respect that. So, I try to keep a lot of that private, but every now and then you got to get it out. You got to let it go. And I'm sorry that you end up getting that sometimes, but I've never been one that's afraid to be alone. I've been a loner. It takes a lot of strength to go through what I've been through. It takes strength to stay here and continue dealing with things I have to deal with. And, I get judged often. And I'm just at a point in my life, I don't care what you think anymore. I don't. Because it's not you. You want to come fill my size 12 shoes? Come on. Come on. Because you probably wouldn't last a month in my shoes. You probably wouldn't last. Okay? So, if you're going to judge me, do it quietly, because I just don't care. Okay? I have my opinions. I have my ways. And that's just how it is. Okay? Not everybody's way is the right way. And, I'm not perfect by any means. But there's certain standards and morals you have to live by. And I'm not happy with mine. So, you know, it's not a problem with mine. It's a problem nobody wants to live up to those. So, you know, um, stuff I had to deal with. Stuff I had to deal with. Okay, we're not gonna rant. We are going to be positive. We are going to work on getting some more stuff done. It all needs done. I am ready for some basic needs to be met. I am ready to have my tools in one place, and I can't do any other work that needs to be done if I can't find my tools. So we're going to work on that. And like I said, we got this tool chest, and I'm going to finish putting her together, and then she's going in there, and I'm going to start filling the drawers, because I want to get rid of that job box. It's not doing me any good at all. I can't keep it in the truck because I need the bed in my truck. So, that being said, I need a toolbox where I can access my tools. They can stay organized. They can be in one place where I know where they are. So, that ought to take some of the frustration out of losing tools and misplacing tools and, you know, all that jazz. So we're working on getting our stress levels down, and it's gonna happen one way or another. The patio, it still looks great. Yes, the birds are messing on it. We still have a little bit of dirt over there we need to shovel out and haul out so it'll quit coming back over here. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're trying to be healthy. We're trying to be more positive. So just hang in there. Stay with me. And we'll get there one step at a time, one day at a time. Because that's all you can do. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to get this thing cleaned up. Sorry, my ear itches. I have Q-tips in the house. But it itches. So anyway, somebody must be talking about me, right? That's what they say. That's what they say. But anyway, I'm not superstitious. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. You're forcing me to show. I'll show you. There it is. Look at that mess. Just look at it. Just look at how on earth can you find anything in there? It just, holy cow! So yeah, those shelves are coming out. Those right there, done. Okay, that cabinet up there in the back, it's gonna come out. I'm gonna put some new shelving in here. My toolbox, get the tools organized, and then I can lock this baby up, and all my stuff will be safe. And we'll probably board up the window. Now I got the hiccups. I swear. I yawn on you guys. Now I got the hiccups. We'll probably board the window up. Even though I'd rather not. But that's the only way I'm going to be able to lock my stuff up securely, because we don't have room in the garage for the toolbox. Even if I take the big job box out. I just don't have a place I want to put my toolbox. Okay, I want it to be, you know, on a wall, out of the way, you know. But we can't get in there right now and do a whole lot. It's being used as storage, so my tools need to be ready, accessible. I don't need to go in there and have to walk down a little pathway and try to get to my toolbox and all that. So we're just not doing it. I'm going to find out a different route until I can use the garage as a garage. It just makes sense that way, you know? So that's what we're going to do. That's what my plan is. I had a little bit of fun with Dakota this morning. That was awesome. I am going to finish my coffee. I'm going to get started yanking stuff out of there and reorganizing. And we're going to get this toolbox put together. And hopefully I can start putting some tools away today. That would be awesome. Um, so haven't had that in a long time. It's been a few years since I've had a toolbox like this to keep my tools in, and I've been slowly losing my mind. So it's time to fix that. Like I said, Performax from Menards. I am not sponsored. I am not promoted in any way. Um, this is just what I got and where I got it from. That's it. Um, so if you're interested, they got some nice toolboxes there. If I wanted to spend more money, I could have got some really nice toolboxes. Not saying that this one's not nice, but this is the cheapest roll around that they had, and it is cheaper than Harbor Freight. But I'm not gonna say it's some kind of industrial commercial grade, just an awesome toolbox. So I haven't even got to use it yet. So we'll see over time how it lasts and how it holds up and all that. So stay tuned and we'll see. But so far it's nice. It's got some weight to it. These are pretty sturdy. They're not. I mean, this is like well. I say that as I rock it on an uneven concrete pad and knock my cup off, but now look what I've done to my brand new toolbox. Got coffee all over it. Anyway, it's pretty durable. I think it's going to be great, and it's not anywhere near like the last one I had. The last one I had was so flimsy. I mean, you could just do that and the whole thing would just it was awful. It's awful. Couldn't roll the thing around. The casters were junk. I mean, you go like that and the whole thing is just, it was awful. It was awful. This one doesn't budge. It's solid, minus sitting on cracked concrete. So, that being said, check it out. Go to your local Menards. I absolutely love Menards. Menards, Harbor Freight, awesome places. They've got awesome tools. Yes, they're cheap. But why go get expensive stuff that's going to break, that's going to get lost? How much do you spend on those top quality drill bits? And I'm talking like a Phillips head, flat head, hex head, star, all that. Because I haven't found one yet that I'm willing to spend a fortune on. Because they're not worth it. They're not worth it. They don't hold up any better than the cheap stuff, and the cheap stuff comes in a multi-pack. So, it is what it is. When you're going through tools, why spend money on them? I mean, if you're gonna have them sitting in a drawer most of its life, then yeah, go spend some money on it, because it's gonna last. It's gonna last a long time. It's gonna stay nice. It's gonna be, we're spending a fortune on stuff that's just junk. It's all junk. I don't care what name is on it anymore. It's junk, and we spend a fortune on it. So, I am proud of my cheap tools. I am not ashamed to shop at Harbor Freight or Menards, and nobody's going to change my mind, because I have some expensive tools that somebody took to the pawn shop. I have expensive tools that somebody left in a box or a crate. I have tools that people gave to me. But I don't go buy expensive tools, because they don't last, and I've wasted my money. So I might as well spend my money on the cheap stuff that doesn't last. It's my opinion of it. This toolbox is fantastic, and we're going to use it, and we're going to see how it holds up over time. we are. We are going to check back in with this. If I don't, remind me. Remind me. Okay? Because I'm curious. I'm curious. It is not no Snap-on, and I will never buy a Snap-on tool. I have said that before, and I have stuck to it. That is just absolutely insane. So, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll bring you back in, and we'll show you the progress as we go. Like I said, it's probably going to be this coming week. I'm only able to do a little bit at a time, so I'm going to get done what I can, when I can, how I can, and I want to bring y'all with me. Okay? Is that okay? Yeah? Alright. Have a blessed day. See you next time. Oh, look at it. The pretty horses.